So it's been a hot minute since I've put out basically anything, because I've been sick for the last 2 weeks. I had an upper respiratory infection, so couldn't talk, couldn't get to my computer, I couldn't basically do anything. So that's why I've been silent for so long, but now that I am hopped up on NyQuil, I am a lot better and ready to go, and I have my voice back. And also, designer notes dropped this morning. Just kind of a surprise, because they just put things on the test server lab, which is not the test server, so a lot of it wasn't speculated to be hitting live. A lot of it looked like it was just for shits and gigs experimental, except effectively everything that wasn't the shield rework went straight to live rather than lab. Okay, people like it. Test server. Okay, people like it live. It's weird. That part's really fucking... I'll get into what they added, but it is so fucking weird to me from like a balancing and testing perspective that they would have a server for testing things and then a server for really playing around and testing the things they want to test, but put the things that they from the test for the test server on live. I don't get it. I don't get it. We're just gonna read the designer notes, because designer notes are what is confirmed going into the game. 100% it is going live. So Wind Deltas, Ash and Iana and Ace are still at the top. Buck is at the top, and I like that Buck's at the top because he takes a lot of fucking skill to get the most value out of. He takes the map knowledge. You have to just not rush in. You have to like actually know this room is clear. I can start going blam blam down, that kind of thing. Ash is up here because she's run and gun. Iana's up here because she's run and gun. She didn't need frags to be good. She is still really fucking good in her own right. Ace is still the best hard breach in the game. On defense is pretty evened out. Legion is above Warden, because Legion is honestly S tier. If you're not playing Legion right now, I'd recommend at least learning him. Warden is still really fucking good. I don't know how much of this is people playing Warden for the gun, because people play Warden for the gun, and how much of it is people actually using Warden for the utility. Asami's still good. Mozzie and Solace. These two shutting down the drone game is pretty fucking good. And what's surprising to me about this whole fucking chart, not that Clash has a negative 11.8% win delta, it's that Tachanka has a 7.0% win delta. By no means does this here mean that Tachanka is like S tier or some shit, but there are definitely a lot of specialists, like a lot of people good at Tachanka playing a lot of Tachanka right now. Because this few people, this 4.2% presence, it's something. Where would 4.2% presence even be? Yeah, 4.2 is like nothing. That's less than fucking Cav. You're more likely to see a Cav in Emerald than Tachanka. And I can't put my finger on why. Maybe he's good on the new map? Maybe? Perhaps? Ban rates. Finally, we have someone that isn't Thatcher at the top. Doki's fucking insane. Like, she's pretty limited by her gun options, which is by design, but her utility is fucking... It is ludicrous how much value you can get from a Doki. And is that just a graphic thing, or is Jackal's bar higher than Thatcher's, despite being... Anyway, the Thatcher, Jackal's comfort ban. Thatcher's not, like, S tier insane. There's other options. Impact EMPs exist. Y'all need to ban better thing. Ben is the most banned defender, which makes sense because Fen. I don't want to say Fen doesn't take skill. Fen takes skill. Fen, every operator in the game takes skill, but Fen you can just kind of set and forget, and that is way more fucking annoying than Solace or Azami or anyone here. Maybe Capcan. Capcan and Fen are kind of in the same boat. And Mira, map knowledge. Here are the changes that are coming. Tubarao. His Zoto canisters got decreased from 4 to 3, which is what everyone's been fucking asking for. So hopefully this evens him out from being insane. No longer affects Maverick's torch, which makes sense. I don't know why it affected Maverick's torch when the torch's whole thing is it is hot as all fuck. And electrical installation effect extended by 1.5 seconds after the canister destruction. So the way it is on live right now, before this patch goes live, is you have your bandit batteries on the wall, and you throw the Zoto canister. Canister makes it cold, and then the instant the canister is done, the electricity is back on. So now what happens is you've got the batteries on the wall. You throw the canister gets destroyed, and there's now a 1.5 second window where things can happen on the wall because the electric won't be active. There's 1.5 seconds where the electricity is not on. So what they're aiming to do is add some degree of counterplay where you can take advantage of that 1.5 second window. I get what they're doing. I don't know if 1.5 seconds is going to be enough, but I also know that if they did like 2 or 2.5 seconds, it would feel useless. It would feel like you use the Zoto and then the wall's open. Like it would basically just be a stall, more than or less than it is now. So I like this. I like the tube nerf. He's really fucking strong. He's losing canister. I don't know why they felt the need to nerf Maverick when it's already a nightmare and a half to justify bringing a Maverick. Let alone, yeah, Maverick's the counter to this guy. He still gets affected though. Ace. Fuse time on his breacher increased from 3.2 seconds to 4 seconds. I kinda like it, but I don't know. I have complicated thoughts because Ace is undisputedly the best hard breacher in the game. Not because of how fast the thing is. Like, it's not about the speed of the breacher. Like, they could make it like 50 seconds and that wouldn't be the issue. The issue is how safe he is, because he can throw them from a distance. He's safe. And the fact that he can just throw them back to back. Like, there's no fuse time or anything. He literally just throw, and now Bandit can't, trick the wall, because one side will get open. So theoretically, I like that they're trying to bring Ace in line with the other hard breachers. But I think the gap between Ace, Thermite, and Hibana is way fucking more than just he does it fast. It is way more than just he's doing it fast. It's a step in the right direction, but it's a baby step in the right direction. Kapkan! They took away his impacts and they gave him a bulletproof camera. Kapkan has a huge impact on every round, regardless of the traps triggered. The way attackers must approach the map changes after spotting him or triggering one of his traps. They have to slow down and start paying attention to every window and door frame to ensure they won't blow up. The last buff to the EDDs, We considered that he already has enough tools to make attackers lose time, and the impacts are helping him be more elusive, allowing him to create rotations on the fly and make attackers invest even more time hunting him through a minefield. I don't know if Kapkan needed. I would consider this, considering Kapkan's playstyle and the role he plays, I would consider this a Kapkan nerf. Because Kapkan's whole thing is, like, even in his video when you buy him, he's just like, you should always watch where you're going. You should always, clear rooms. A good hunter would clear this room. A good hunter would watch where he's going. So Kapkan's whole thing is to fuck with your, your mental. But a bulletproof kind of, it feels, here's the thing, right? A bulletproof, first of all, kind of goes, it doesn't help that playstyle, that, like, weird, roamy playstyle as much as the impacts do, but also, impacts are the only thing Kapkan has to help with sight setup, aside from the shotgun. So your option, if you want to help with sight setup now, or make impact, or rotates in general, is to run pistol and the sausage. And I think anyone who is unironically running the sausage on Kapkan is a lunatic. So I think this is a net nerf. And I think this is gonna hit Kapkan pretty. There's always gonna be the motherfuckers that run Kapkan, put traps on the doors, and then just go hide somewhere. They're unaffected by this. Maybe they use the bulletproof camera now. This helps the sit in ball and wait all game play style, but this is gonna hurt anyone who's playing a very active Kapkan, who wants to, help set up the site or roam. Like, this is, it's sort of a nerf to Kapkan at higher levels, is what I'm saying. Maverick! Smoke grenades! This does not make Maverick in line with the other hard breachers. He still loses to secondary hard breaches. Maverick, the amount of skill it takes to have a Maverick player and justify his value right now is absolutely ridiculous. Like, if there's someone as Maverick who can open the wall, they have practiced Maverick to a degree that no one else has ever practiced their characters. And what I'm getting at is give Maverick his frags back. Maverick needed the frags. Like, it is so hard to justify a Maverick, and frags were how you justified a Maverick, but they took away Maverick's frags. The instant impact DMPs became a thing, and also buffed Callie as a gadget remover. So, what does Maverick do aside from, fuck, we really need to open the wall, and their Kaed is really fucking good, and we don't know how to go to the other side of the map. It is so fucking hard to justify Maverick. The only way I can see this improving Maverick's pick rate is if you do that one strat. I forget which team did it. I think it was Japan League that did it. Where, like, you open up the wall, you smoke the living fuck out of the wall in sight, and you have a glass playing that wall grid plants. I would have to go back and find it, but this does fucking nothing to Maverick. He needs his frags. Especially because frags are weaker than when he had them. So I don't see why you can't just give Maverick the frags back. IQ got frags back. Why doesn't Maverick get frags back? Since it's harder to justify him than an IQ. And then Thunderbird, he gets a deployable shield, which they're saying they want to make her create strongholds for sight and pretty much make a fortress on sight, and I'm fine with that. I'm still never gonna play Thunderbird, but now she has a shield, and that's cool, I guess. You can set up a big fuck you area where you control sight. Enemy either has to hit a headshot, which is harder with the shield, or cope. Weapon balancing. The Spaz 15, Cavi and Thunderbird shotgun. It now has more recoil, and the first kick is less. Okay. I don't think anyone was complaining about it. G36, Ash and Iana's AR. Recoil increase. Who the fuck was complaining about the G36? Who the fuck looked at the G36 and thought it was an issue right now? It's not. There are like no guns I have seen considered a problem. Like, the guns are in a pretty good spot. SMG 11, damage reduced from 32 to 35. For a very long time, the SMG 11's been the weapon with the lowest time to kill among automatic weapons, because it has so much fucking kick that it is fucking insane. The change in damage will put it more in line with other weapons while remaining the fastest. The change will increase the bullets required to kill one armors by one, while rewarding precision and punishing spray and pray. If you are spray and praying with an SMG 11, while still able to control the fucking kick, I would like to salute you. But the kick on the SMG 11 is how you justified the damage it does. Because, like, you fire one bullet and it's up here now. Like, pulling down on the SMG 11 is so fucking hard to do. Like, if you're good at the game, it comes naturally to you. It comes naturally to me. I use the SMG 11 all the time. For the average player who is not dedicated to this game, the SMG 11 is a nightmare. They see it and go, haha, fuck no. Who is complaining about the G36 and the SMG 11? Like, even the G36. That combined Ash and Iana being the two strongest fraggers on attack have made the G36 the weapon with the highest kill-death ratio on attack. But the G36 inherently is not the issue. The issue is people are playing a lot of Ash and Iana because they just want WM1. It is not the gun's fault. It's a player thing. Players made that ratio. The gun did not kill the people. The people killed the people. It's this won't even really do anything, because then people go someone else that has a really good gun on attack, or even keep playing Ash and Iana. I don't know. I like the balancing things. I like all of the characters that are getting. I like some of the character changes. I don't know what they're thinking with Maverick and Thunderbird. But the gun changes are nothing. They're not nothing. They're gonna have a fucking impact. But I don't understand why they're doing it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to articulate my thoughts on these changes to the weapons, but I think the G36 and the SMG-11 were fine. I don't think there's any problem weapons in the game right now, aside from the ones we've been complaining about, like Warden 1.5, which they already sort of justified, and also that's sort of an issue you can't fix. It's just a player thing. I don't know. I don't have the brain power to articulate my thoughts, but SMG-11 did not need a change. I think this is a nerf that nobody asked for, and yeah, that's. I like the operator balances. I like what they're doing with the operators. I don't like what they're doing with the guns, and as far as I've seen, that's a pretty common sentiment. Yeah, peace. Glad to not be sick anymore.